We just got the new Super Lintons in. I just got them out of the box, got them set up. I'm gonna give you my first impressions. We're gonna take our first look at this newly updated legendary speaker from Wharfedale. It's gonna be fun. Let's check them out. I just listened to half of Badfinger's Day After Day, and it's not the best recording, you know, it just isn't, but it's such a good song. Both these speakers, they're right there. They really are. You know, my first impression, I don't put a lot of stock when I hear people say, well, you need to break in the capacitors, especially with crossover capacitors and speakers. When I put out the last video on the regular Lintons, I couldn't believe the amount of comments we had with people talking about breaking in that specific speaker, that it has a break-in period. Even a friend of ours, Marcus, that you've seen in some of our videos probably, said the same thing.
Buddy has a pair of them, and he was like almost 7, 8 months before they really came into their own.
He said a buddy of his bought the Lintons, he went over and listened to them, and then went back a few months later and listened to them again, and they were completely different. That they'd opened up quite a bit. And honestly, I'm seeing it right now because the regular Lintons actually are a little bit more open. They have more bass than the Super Lintons. And that shouldn't be true because from what I understand about the Super Lintons, they've got an updated motor structure for the woofer, and they should go down to 32 hertz. They should be better in the low end than the regular Lintons. And I'm not hearing that right now. So I'm not even sure this is fair, being that the regular Lintons in the last 2 months of daily use here at the shop sound more open, more even bigger. They just don't sound restricted. And the Super Lintons, to be honest with you, they kind of sound a little bit restricted. And I'm really wondering if it's the same thing. Is it because of the Kevlar drivers that they really do need to get used quite a bit before they open up? I really don't know. So I kind of have a feeling I'm changing my mind about a couple things. One, speakers do have break-in. And from somebody that's been buying and listening to vintage speakers, besides some smaller bookshelf speakers, I don't think I've bought a new set of speakers since 92, 91. My Cerwin Vegas were the last new pair of speakers I bought. I'm just realizing that right now. I'm going to listen to some more music. Maybe it was just that song. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so I just listened to It's Good to Be King by Tom Petty. That's a great audition song. That whole album's recorded so well. Rick Rubin at his finest. The top end on the Super Lintons is definitely more detailed in a good way. This is not a bad thing. It's there. The regular Lintons definitely have more of a full, and the low end is definitely better. It's really easy to tell, but I still think the Super Lintons probably go through that same break-in that the regular Lintons go through. I'm converted. I'm sold. I think it's a thing. And let's look at some of the improvements with the Super Linton, because I think it does kind of back up what I'm hearing here. The Super Lintons have a new crossover design, and they actually put the capacitors on 2 different boards. Better separation. The woofer has an improved motor structure, which is supposed to get the speaker down to 32 hertz, which is impressive. And I'm going to read this straight from Wharfedale. The interior space is filled with long hair fiber and strategically placed acoustic damping foam, aiding in the absorption of internal resonances. They've made the cabinet more robust. The mid-range driver is the same as the Lintons. Graded layers of long hair fiber have been added to the driver housing to better absorb the back wave. Oh, see, and I thought it was the same tweeter, but it's not. Oh, I can see it now. It is different. Oh, it's completely different. Okay, so the tweeter, it is different now that I'm looking at it. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that before. And like the mid-range, it is also housed in a chamber with backwave absorption that pushes its resonant frequency below the mid-range driver's crossover point. So we got better separation between the mid-range and the tweeter. That is definitely an improvement over the Linton. There's definitely more detail with that Super Linton's tweeter, no question. If these Super Lintons open up as much as the regular Lintons do, in a month or two, these things are going to be insanely good. The top end on the Super Lintons it's a really nice improvement. It really is. I might not have noticed as much if I wasn't going back and forth, but going back and forth, it's pretty striking. It's almost instantaneous that the detail and the clarity in the Super Linton is just that much better. I'm going to throw some bass at them. Chemical Brothers Go off of Born in the Echoes. That's the album. The song's called Go. Go. Yeah, these Super Lintons are going to be something else once they open up because the mid-range and the treble, it's right there. There's no muddiness in it. There's no murkiness in it. It is just clear and pristine. And with everybody at the Capitol Audio Fest this weekend, I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot of footage and a lot of reviews on the Super Lintons. So it'll be interesting to see what other people think. Right now, they sound incredible. I can't wait to hear these things opened up. I'll tell you the Wharfedale that I really am looking forward to hearing is the 12.2, the Diamond series. Brian and I just last Saturday sat here with the Dynaco ST70 and the Past 2. We had those hooked up to the Diamond 12s, and it was incredible. We actually sold a pair within the first 5 minutes of being open. We ended up selling a pair of these Wharfedales. They are the Diamond 12s. I pulled them out, and the first guy that walked in the door bought a pair.
That was crazy.
Yeah, they sound really good, and they're really pretty inexpensive. I'm pretty impressed. And I don't blame them because we all sat back here behind the bench and just drooled over those things. The amount of bass that comes out of that small little Diamond 12 is pretty incredible. I just got the 12.2s in today. I haven't had time to listen to them. I wanted to get the Super Lintons out of the box, get them set up, and get a first impression. Really, everything from the Wharfedale line that we've received so far has been really impressive. I love my vintage speakers too. That will never change. But there is something about pulling a brand new speaker out of the box, having a warranty. There has definitely been significant improvements in speaker technology. To think that only vintage speakers sound good it's just crazy. We're all on a budget. We all have preferences as to whether or not we want something older or we want something brand new. There's nothing wrong with either. I like having both, and I don't think that's ever going to change. But as of right now, honestly, I think Wharfedale's killing it. I really do. And if you like this video, you should definitely go check out this video. It's a fun one.